I give up.
Yeah, you better watch out.
Yep. Nope. Oh, baby. We here. We steer you in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is GPS. And the S is for spit. I don't know where Brandon went. He disappeared during the intro. I see his butt pillow. It looks pretty stained.
Sorry, I was ejected. So.
Oh, you were ejected. Got it.
Yeah, I know you guys were really waiting for us to talk about the first game of the season, but
Yes.
I hocked a loogie. Gotta go.
Gotta get out.
Sorry, teammates. Sorry, guys.
That's only on GPS will there be the chat actively rooting for me to spit virtually on my co-hosts. That's what you want. It's Brandon Carter. That's all. Hey, appreciate your Karakita. What a freaking way. Dude,
What a game.
Before the first offensive snap, we had an injury, right? And someone got carted off. We had Jalen Carter spitting on Dak Prescott and then getting ejected. And then fast forward, I mean, A.J. Dillon even had a good run. It was a crazy night. But then after that, we found out cameras that Dak Prescott spit first, just like Han shot first. And then, of course, we had an hour rain delay. Like, holy crap, man. Football's back. It's all the way back.
Yeah, that was bizarre. It was wild.
Sure.
I was discombobulated heading into that game.
Yeah.
I had so many issues. And then to have all that happen, I couldn't really like process it all. So yeah, I've never seen that. I've never seen one that the kickoff happened, and then there's this injury delay, and then that's kind of going on for longer than normal, and you're like, oh shoot, Ben Van Summeren, he's getting carted off, and then it's still like all of a sudden this little flag pops up, and you're like, there's also a penalty now?
Yeah.
And then when they cut to Jalen Carter, just
delay the game for the injury.
Spitting. Yeah. Sorry, Eagles, you've been penalized. Your injured player's taking too long to get the hell off the field. To see a player spit on an opposing quarterback? Like that's nuts. Not a guard,
nope.
Not a long snapper, not a second string tight end. All guys you can get away with spitting on.
It was a long snapper.
Yeah, you can spit on any of those players and you're just going to get penalized. But a quarterback? Jalen, my man, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's...
And then we were treated to one half of really entertaining football.
It was really good.
And then Mother Nature ended that game.
Sorry, Z.
Yeah, Mother Nature ended that.
I mean, there was no other points that were scored after that. Like, we had not seen punters, and then
3 second half points after 41 first half points.
Yep.
And the scariest part, Tom, is Scooter's prediction from yesterday started to look a little too good.
Dude, the chat was freaking out. They're like, wait a minute, this looks like it could actually happen. And I was like, Scooter will never. And of course, as soon as the game's over, Scooter's like, we should have won. They could have used a guy like Micah Parsons. But, we'll get there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I was like, oh, God.
I'm so sorry, Eduardo. Oh, boy.
Yeah, he was
reading on the sideline the whole time.
He was right. And he was right about Adoree Jackson. Adoree had kind of a rough night, in my opinion.
Yep.
When Dallas was trying to get into range for that field goal before halftime, it looked like they might have to settle for a very long field goal attempt. I was like, it's not going to be a 72-yarder, but Scooter was calling that as well.
True.
It was on pace to be a 35-38 score, which I was like,
it was scary.
Fudge.
We all just if the Cowboys won that game with that exact score, that would have been tough. It would have been. I don't know if I would have shown up. I would have shown up to clickbait.
We would have showed up. We'd have let Scooter have his victory lap.
Maybe that's when you hold on to that job and start actively looking. That's what you do. You actively keep on looking until you find another one, but you keep the stability of the one you got.
Yeah,
that's it.
You know what though? I saw Scooter. He was on some like local Cowboys.
I saw that
radio, or I think that's a radio. I think it's radio guys who have their YouTube channel now, but they're like, if not, they're like beat reporters. They're like real legit people who cover the Cowboys, right?
A new record.
Yes. He had to sound like he knew what he was talking about. So I think Scooter's been paying extra close attention to the football part of the Dallas Cowboys and not just the fandom part.
Can I tell you, I thought the exact same thing. I was just like, oh, somebody's been reading. Like,
yeah, because even when we was talking yesterday, I was like, this is way more insightful than Cowboys are going to kill him because Jalen Hurts is overrated.
Scooter comes on clickbait with just vibes every time. And listen, it works. It 100% works. But
yeah, you had his shit in order. Respect, Scooter. Respect.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Yeah, I mean, AJ Brown, dude, yeah, holy cow. I mean, people were going, where is AJ Brown? He came in at the very end and caught a quick pass, but that was about it. So dealing with an injury makes a lot of sense. But was there anything besides the spitting that surprised you about this game? Like taking a look at those defenses, I think you assumed that the Cowboys defense maybe wasn't going to be so great because, they lost Micah Parsons. But the Eagles, pretty sloppy in the beginning of defense, and I expected a little bit more from that. However, of course, not having Jalen Carter is a
game record.
He's an anchor on that D line, and so the fact that he was out before their first defensive snap, that obviously was going to have an impact on the game. So I'm curious to see what when Jalen Carter gets back, what that defense looks like. Because they lost some key pieces during the offseason, but you're like, all right, they have Jalen Carter, you're fine. So there's that. And then the other question I have is everyone was asking after the Jalen Carter thing, is he going to get suspended? And now there's the Dak Prescott who spit on the ground, right? He did spit on the ground. It's very different from spitting on a player.
Yeah.
My question is, do you think that both of them should just be arrested? And then, it's like, hey, Cowboys got to do it without Dak and Eagles got to do it without Jalen. And that's it. Because the amount of that's assault, that's battery, there was everything in the chat. And I was like, I don't think they're going to face any legal ramifications for this.
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I jail's fine. I think maybe Jerry should have to trade Dak. Maybe Jerry should have to trade Dak too. That would be tough. Although the way Dak tackled in that
Eagles
game,
do have a jail.
Dax was technically better than Micah Parsons against the run, so that's a tricky call for Jerry. Mm-hmm. I think sloppy is the best word for Philadelphia. Yeah. I thought Jihad Campbell had a really good game for the Eagles, coming in as a rookie linebacker. I thought him playing well was a nice, I don't want to say surprise, because I think a lot of people thought he might be pretty good quickly, but you lose a guy like Jalen, some other players need to step up, and I thought he did. But the penalties for Philly, they had, I think if you're a Cowboys fan, the one concern you have outside of the drops from CeeDee Lamb, that was, they were bad too, but
and that last one, I don't blame him for. It's a diving attempt, right? The one before that was significantly worse.
Yeah, but even the diving attempt, he didn't get the ball in his hands. He should have, he should have grabbed the football, and the hard part of that is then securing it after he hit the ground. Sure. I could have forgiven him if the ground caused him to drop it, but he was just like, ugh. But, shit, what was I saying?
So sorry.
Oh, the Cowboys, their touchdowns were set up by Eagles penalties.
Yes.
So I don't think you really understand, you've got a second half where there's all these missed opportunities, and then you have a first half where I think the Cowboys offense is probably inflated because 2 pass interference penalties on 3rd and longs kept drives alive, and they were legit pass interference. They weren't gifted to them.
Yeah.
And you could argue if there wasn't pass interference, maybe it's a catch there, whatever. But and then the taunting penalty on Nolan Smith for flexing. after making an incredible play. I thought Philly had too many penalties. I thought Dallas actually did a decent job stopping Saquon Barkley in the run game. And
not Jalen Hurts, but yes. Jalen Hurts was phenomenal
but,
last night, dude. Holy cow. Jalen Hurts looked like Superman.
Well, and that was just like Jalen, either turning plays that were very well covered into successful runs or, just taking advantage of some of those situations. But I thought he was extending plays, and then there's just openings for him to run. So, yeah, that's really hard to defend. But like with Saquon going down, so the injury on the kickoff by Ben Van Sumeren.
Yeah.
He was converted from linebacker to fullback. So part of like the way the Eagles were going to run their offense was with him playing fullback. So did Dallas do a great job stopping the run, or did the Eagles kind of have to adjust how they ran the ball because their plan was to have a fullback out there on a lot of plays as well? So there's a lot of caveats, I think, in this entire game, but
yeah.
Either way.
French, yeah, CMC, that came out yesterday. He was limited in practice. He was a full participant before in previous practices, but they also had a closed session of practice yesterday that the media did not have access to. So right now he's just limited in practice because of a calf. So yeah, that's all we know at the second.
I think just seeing that it's a calf injury is terrifying for 49ers fans.
100%.
It could be any other injury and be like, okay, he can work through that. But it's the thing that kept him out all last season.
I wanted to ask you specifically, Javonte Williams, right? Because this is something that we talked about on Clickbait. This is something that the Cowboys have needed they had no run game, right? And heading into this season, there were some big question marks about their run game. And I'm not saying, their run game is solved, but Javonte Williams, he had some nice runs, especially in that first half, obviously scoring 2 touchdowns in the first half. Was this something that you were surprised about? Because of course, when Javonte Williams was healthy in the Broncos, he put up some good stats. Like, he was a pretty damn good runner. The problem was staying healthy. So where are you at after watching Javonte Williams, and does this give you confidence for the Cowboys going forward with their run game?
I hope
I felt like a real question. I'm so sorry.
No, I want Javonte to do well. We love Javonte. Like, it probably, the same way Packers fans feel about AJ Dillon, right? He's no longer there, but you guys rooted for him when he was. Never quite panned out. Javonte had an insane rookie year with some of the most insane angry runs you've ever witnessed. And you saw a couple of his runs last night were just him carrying piles. He was just carrying piles, and he dropped his shoulder a few times. Both touchdown runs were nice. I think what you saw though is the Cowboys run game kind of disappeared in the second half. And I'm not even saying like it's on Javonte.
Sure.
But let me just pull up what he finished with.
Alexander, it's a legal thing with the NFL. I was informed yesterday that there was no super chats for tonight. So yeah. And if Carter's suspended, if there wasn't the Dak thing beforehand, because I can see them arguing like, hey, it was initiated by Dak, whether you agree with it or not, I don't care. This is where I can see the league going. If at most, I think it's a game. I think at most, he's probably going to get fined, right? But I think it'll probably be a game, if anything.
Yeah, he already missed the game. I don't think you need to suspend him on top of it.
Yeah, I don't think so, especially because there's the other thing. But
look, it's spitting on someone it's as dumb of a thing as you can do.
Yeah.
But it's not, unless you could say Dak spitting on the ground, probably more dangerous.
Someone could slip.
Ground slippery. You could slip on that and get injured, Tom. You're not going to get hurt from somebody spitting on you.
You know what, Carver? That's a great point too. Yeah, Schottenheimer definitely does deserve some credit, because I think a lot of us anticipated that the Eagles, this was going to be a pretty comfortable game for them, right? That they were going to win. But no, the Cowboys, they were in it. And again, you could look at Jalen Carter's absence, like we could talk about, but the fact is the Cowboys were at least ready to go. So yeah, I agree, Carver. That's a great point.
Yeah. So Javonte,
that's true.
Last year, he averaged 3.7 yards per carry. So our complaint was like, he just wasn't incredibly effective through the course of a game.
Sure.
And I think he had 9 carries and he was at 40 some yards. He was averaging close to 5 per carry. He was looking great. And then It slowed down. The 2 touchdowns, that really helps. In the red zone, they hand it off. He found his way in. So I hope he continues and plays like he did in that first half. And people are like, dang, we got a steal. I can't believe the Broncos let Javonte go. But I'm still like, this is kind of who he was last year. And hopefully Denver has a guy who's averaging more than 3.6 per carry this season.
Oh, listen, that Nolan Smith Jr. flag. Oh my God. Yeah. But the NFL came out too. And they said that because this was a couple weeks ago where they're like, there's going to be an emphasis on, sportsmanship and like all that. And it's just like, dude, it's just, but I hate the taunting penalty. Perna and I have talked about it for years and it's dumb. It's dumb. Yeah, but that's where we're at now, unfortunately. Until they get rid of it, which they're probably never going to.
We're going to see a bunch through September.
The first few weeks, yeah.
They always do it. It's what's really brutal about it is Nolan Smith made such a nice play.
He's another pass rusher.
It was a great tackle. I believe it was a run or a swing pass, and he just stopped it dead. And then I think it was third down too. I could be wrong. And then it just hands the team a first down. If you want to do a taunt, I think maybe it's like, but it's not going to if they really want to prevent it, should be like a 5-yard penalty, and it's not an automatic. But like that's not going to deter anyone.
No,
but it's not nobody's complaining about it. It's just one of those things. Nobody's complaining about it.
No.
There's a few NFL owners who get their shorts in a wad, and
that was good. That was good censoring, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Put their shorts in a wad. They're like, I can't have this in my game. These players having fun out there, talking a little trash. Well, you know what? Maybe fine Dak Prescott for spitting then too. And I don't even think Dak was truly aiming that at Jalen, but he spit in his general direction. That's taunting. Penalize him after. Fine Dak Prescott afterwards. Like, where are we going to stop with this shit?
I think, what eventually this is going to turn into is TKO is going to buy the NFL, and then they're going to settle disputes with the slap fighting. Like there was a power slap or whatever that is. So Jalen Carter versus Dak Prescott next, and whoever.
I'm back. I'm leaving. I'm just quit. I'm retiring.
Yeah, I'm like, what, guys, I'm good.
I'm good.
Miles Sanders, you got the call, got the paycheck.
Yeah.
He's like, what, guys, don't you worry. Here's the ball.
Yeah, Miles had a really nice run, and then he did fumble, and I believe Jihad Campbell's the guy who got the ball out there. But that was a nice ball don't lie moment. That's fair.
Eagles are undefeated when spitting on the opposing quarterback.
Fair.
I mean,
they've never lost. They've never lost when spitting on the opponents and getting ejected. This was somebody pointed out that Jeremiah Trotter was suspended after the Eagles made it to the Super Bowl, and in the following opening game, he was suspended for getting into a pregame fight with one of, I believe, Atlanta's players. So this has actually happened 2 times for Philly, if that report is accurate.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, it was, so there's the Nolan Smith taunting.
Yes.
And then the Eagles, it was Reed Blankenship was flagged for sort of hitting Jake Ferguson in the end zone.
Yes.
And it was the play after that Miles Sanders fumbled.
Correct.
And in real time, it looked like it looked like Reed really dropped his shoulder onto Jake Ferguson before he had a chance to, defend himself. He was, I guess you could say, a little bit defenseless. But then when you saw the other angle of it, looks like Reed kind of tries to avoid contact to the best of his ability, and it's still a flag.
And that's the problem too, right? Is like that's the slowed down version that we're seeing as well. Like you're seeing Ferguson go right, and then he's like dropping down, and then he gets hit. In reality, that's like that is literally a bang bang play. So I understand, right? Because care about player safety and all that. I get it, why that's going to draw a penalty. But in reality,
it's why they should be able to say,
I don't know how you stop that. It's gravity.
We've reviewed it. He did not. He did everything he could to minimize the contact there. And that's what you're asking players to do. And when they should just be able to have the person freaking reviewing that and saying, you know what, pick up the flag. Let the guy throw the flag and be like, oh shit, that looked bad because looked like Ferguson took a shot there. And then have the extra set of eyeballs say, no, go ahead, pick that up, no penalty. But
Miles Sanders' fumble definitely changed the whole game because it's the only turnover as well. You know, even though Dak almost threw a couple interceptions on that last drive. There was some that were in and out of the hands.
He got lucky, and then a couple balls could have been picked that bounced off of a CeeDee Lamb's hands. Yeah, and nobody was able to get it.
I don't think the Eagles necessarily were downgraded on defense because it's tough to tell. I think because you already lost two pieces during the offseason and then had to play without Jalen Carter, and it's also week 1, that's the result that you saw on the field, right? Yeah. So I imagine the Eagles defense is still going to be pretty damn good. I think it's going to get a huge boost when Jalen Carter comes back and actually plays, I don't know, a single snap of football. But we'll kind of see as the season goes on what the difference is between last year's defense and this year's defense, you know, minus a couple of key pieces.
Yeah, I think the biggest void, I think, is felt by Darius Slay's departure. So I think they got to figure that out. And Quinion Mitchell, I think 2 of those pass interferences were on him.
He had that big penalty where he was holding on to, I think that was...
Yeah, he had the first one. I can't remember the second, but he was a little grabby. Quinion was a little grabby.
Sure.
But yeah, I thought their secondary didn't look great, and they were aided by some big drops.
Yeah. Ashley, what a fitting!
Bam. A pre-donation.
Pre-donate. Yeah, because there's no super chats tonight. So
nice. Again, guys, I'll just set up a stream, and you just super chat me, and I swear I'll give Tom all of the money.
There's no shot.
I'll give him all of that money.
There's no shot.
It's just I swear. I'm a
man. I'm not 40. I'm 58.
Yes. 18 years. That's all I got left.
That's it. That's all done. I appreciate you, Ashley. Yeah, I mean, if I will say, you know, Cowboys fans, I said this after the stream.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a loss, you know, and it's against the Eagles. But I feel like I have more confidence in the Cowboys than I did for this season going into this game by a decent margin. We'll see if that's going to be substantiated throughout the season and if they can be consistent. I still think that offense is going to be pretty solid. The reason I asked you about Javonte Williams is because I really think that's going to be one of the big keys to their success. Because if they can actually lean on a run game, then it's a whole different ball game. So we'll see. I think the offense is still going to be good for the Cowboys. The defense, you know, the run defense at times was not the best, but against Jalen Hurts. But dude, Jalen Hurts, though, even Dak, you know, he avoided that one sack, which was like, I thought it looked kind of like the Eli Manning Patriots Super Bowl where it was like, oh, he's like getting sacked. He's brought down. He was able to scurry out of there. But Jalen Hurts, man, some of the things he did, that Saquon run where he was able to like that one-handed grab. And then he stiffed up, like, dude, like you just see those flash. They're just such good players, man. It's so crazy. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, CeeDee Lamb had 110 receiving yards, and he should have had probably like a $180 last night. And George Pickens, only 3 receptions for 30 yards, but were 2 of those pass interferences drawn because of guys trying to cover him? The first one was for sure. So I think like George's impact was, you know, getting, you know, overly manhandled by the guys trying to cover him. And I think some of those things will click. But I also think Dallas failed to capitalize on a golden opportunity to steal a win from Philly without Jalen Carter out there. It was a close game. It was a winnable game. And in those big moments,
you look good, Aaron.
They had opportunities. Dak played so well, and nobody's going to really remember it as that.
I think Scooter actually has more confidence than he did.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, Scooter's playing chess on last night's stream during the lightning delay. But
oh, nice. That lightning, Jesus Christ, it was so long.
It was long. Perna, for the first time this season, it's time to predict some freaking fracking games, buddy.
Yeah, let me get it. Let me get it up.
It's the time. We're rocking. We're rolling. We're doing it. Did you bite your thumb at me? That's exactly what it is. Just, huh? It's the ultimate insult. Yeah, dude. And that short, I put out that short of Jalen Carter doing it. Like, that was a 1 out of 10. Like, everybody was talking about that last night. And then when it came out, that Dak spit, the internet was great last night. It was a grand old time. Football is so back. It's so back. So
where is mine?
I'm so sorry, Monk. You didn't want to hear Perna Hakalugi? You don't want to hear that in the headphones? It's that surround sound, baby.
Oops, I did it again.
We are talking about penalties, and it's not going to get better. It's probably not. They'll find a groove, but it's week 1. For the month of September, usually that's some pretty sloppy football that is played. So don't anticipate that getting any better for next month or so. Then it gets better. Hey, Killa, Cards fan. One of these years I'll be right. Here's what I will say: if the Cardinals don't make the postseason, like even as a wild card team, I think I'm going to stop picking them, because at that point, then it's like, all right, we know where our ceiling is with Kyler Murray. It's pretty small.
Yeah, you might be the curse.
I might be. Demetrius, I appreciate that a lot, you buddy. Thank you. It's a big. I woke up this morning and I was like, whew, after almost no sleep, and was like, big day.
Big day for you. A lot of pressure. Chances of you making a mistake are through the roof.
Oh yeah.
No, not many people believe you're going to get through this, but I do.
Tom. Oh no, I think I'm going to fall.
People are saying Tom can't handle this. This is too much pressure. I'm like, guys, this is Tom. He's got this. Believe in this man for once. Why don't you?
Thank you.
How about showing a little support for this guy, everybody? Huh? That's what I've been saying.
Yeah, Brandon's just been the only one who's really been believing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think my job is to keep you in check, You
text me just every now and then. You're just like, hey, I just want you to know you suck.
You suck, you jackass.
You're just like, everything you've accomplished, not earned. You feel that imposter syndrome? You should feel it even more.
Yes. Okay, so I did remember to put the picks in.
Hey!
Before. So we're starting off good. 1-0.
That'll also change throughout the season.
Yeah, this was a lot closer than we all thought it would be. But we'll go Kansas City versus Chargers. Biggest game of Tom Grossi's life. I apologize that it had to be the Chiefs, Tom, but I am happy that you are there to be the first to talk about this game and for everybody to be able to see the game while you're talking about it.
It was funny yesterday during the stream. People were like, is he actually showing the game? And I'm like, tomorrow I actually am. Like, because usually people stumble upon and they're just like, is this the game or is this just this idiot talking? Yeah. So tonight it's the idiot talking and the game. So
yeah. It's funny too when it's a game that is available to everybody, right? Last night's game was on NBC.
Yeah.
It's on an antenna.
Yeah. Yeah. French with a hundo. Thanks for always responding to my questions, Tom. Definitely appreciate it. Appreciate you. Also, my name is actually French. Hell yeah. And appreciate that you call me by it. Well, I wasn't going to call you Italian, so that makes sense. French is an Irish last name, and that's what I go by. Man, Green Bay looks good. Happy for you. Go Pack, go, baby. Go Pack, go. That's a dope last name, though.
French?
I also love that it's an Irish last name.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. Oh, and I got
French?
you.
No,
I got you with a little Scooty.
Johnny John John!
All right. Yeah, I got the Chiefs here. I hope the Chargers win. Would be nice.
Why do you think the Chiefs will win?
They're just a better football team.
Okay.
Quarterback's better. Offensive line's healthy. Chargers, their running back might only have one eyeball. We don't fucking know. John Harbaugh remembers his birth. Is their defense going to be good without Joey Bosa? Yeah, their defense is going to be fine.
No idea, Andy. No idea. I don't know if it's even on.
Yeah. No Rashee Rice, but
Yep.
I think we saw the Chiefs' offensive line looks pretty good. And if you're giving Patrick Mahomes extra time, that's a terrible thing for an opposing defense. And Xavier Worthy is tough to cover. Maybe Travis Kelce doesn't run like a 400-pound lineman this year. Looks like he trimmed down a little bit. He looked slow and old last season.
400-pound lineman.
Yeah, he was slow last year. There's no way getting around it.
He was slow, but it wasn't a 400-pound lineman.
And he was
cut by the Buccaneers.
So yeah, I just think I don't know where the Chargers really have an advantage here. Unless Omarion Hampton is incredible.
That's the game changer for me. If Omarion Hampton can come out and look godly, I don't know how many reps he's going to get, then I think that could potentially, but the Chiefs also have a really good defense, right? So that's kind of also, if they're picking up where they left off last year, besides, the Super Bowl. And on top of that, with a good offensive line, I picked the Chiefs to win as well. I think it could be a close game, though. Might be a boring game.
It's not going to be like a blowout. The Chargers are a solid football team.
Yeah. They have a playoff ceiling. It's just can all those pieces come together? And of course, losing Slater sucks. It's just, But I don't know if they get traded, but might be. I don't know. It wouldn't be
Who's going to trade for him?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Ooh, so I originally picked the Buccaneers, but I went against the grain here. So
Who's got the budget to invest in booster seats? Sorry.
I went with the Falcons. And the only reason, because no Tristan Wirfs, no Chris Godwin, and it was first of all, the Falcons, they swept the Buccaneers last year, right? So, but I gave this one to the Falcons being played in Atlanta because the Bucs are down a few players, and was I think the Falcons could steal this one. I would not be surprised in any way, shape, or form if the Buccaneers did win, but I'm all right, maybe that pass rush of the Falcons, maybe those first round picks, they make an impact in this game. Hopefully, we'll see. But
this was a tough one.
I'm hoping Cadillac.
I'm going with Tampa Bay because one, Michael Penix didn't play at all in the preseason, so good job getting him warmed up and ready to go. Guy heading into a second year probably could have used a couple series. I think Tampa Bay's defense a little under the radar at the moment.
I'll check it out after.
And I think, drafting Igbuka it's okay that Godwin's not playing. They got one of the best receivers in this draft class to come in right away. And I love Bucky Irving. I love him. And I think, give him 20 plus touches and Tampa will control this game on the ground.
They might, if they're able to run the ball effectively. Sorry, there's someone at the door, so there's lots of barking going on. Yep, that's just the life of life.
The funniest thing that could happen in this game is the Falcons win, and Kyle Pitts has 2 receiving touchdowns and 100+ receiving yards. That's what I want to see.
That would honestly be incredible. That'd be pretty great.
Nobody drafting him in fantasy, and he puts up more fantasy points than any tight end in week 1 NFL history.
I drafted Kyle Pitts in one of my leagues. He was there in this the 7th round. And I was all right, I need a tight end, so why not? Let's see what happens. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Buccaneers win. I do agree with you with the run game, but yeah, I got the Falcons maybe stealing this one. You picked the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, where's this Myles Garrett injury? I went solely based on the curse wheel, okay? The curse wheel picked the Bengals. I said, I'm not going to go against the curse wheel. Who am I? Who am I to tempt the dark arts? But Myles Garrett had an injury pop up this week. And if he doesn't play, I like the Bengals' chances a lot. Myles Garrett injury.
It was the mailman that came, and that's why the dogs went crazy. I had to get that. I know exactly, Soppy. Yeah. So I thought about picking the Browns for the hottest of seconds. I thought about it and was maybe it's being played in Cleveland. The Bengals have been starting off seasons a little bit slower usually, but man, I would think the Bengals are ready to play. And Joe Flacco, come on, man. Like the Bengals should, but it's also the AFC North. Like it's a divisional game and you never know.
Dude, Flacco's going to light up that shit-ass Bengals defense. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Joe Flacco lights you up, Bengals, and I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah. What's my analysis? Bengals are going to lose because their defense is shit-ass.
It's decent analysis.
Cameron Wolf saying not much concern with Myles Garrett's hip injury. He missed practice, but as long as he's on the field, I think Cleveland steals a week 1 win here.
Okay.
Flacco plays his best ball early in the season. It's funny. I was watching for the Broncos episode yesterday when I was editing it. I was looking through some old footage and just seeing Joe Flacco warming up at training camp in a Broncos uniform. I'm like, didn't work out for us. I'm happy his second stint with Cleveland is going to happen. But
fair.
People forget Flacco was a Broncos quarterback.
You picked the Colts to beat the Dolphins? Oh no. Oh no. There was Dolphins fans that were in the stream last night and they're like, if we freaking lose to Daniel Jones, oh boy. Oh no. I picked the Bengals. I picked the Dolphins to win. And it's more of a Dolphins, you have like if you I think the Dolphins will win. I'm curious what their ground game's going to look like this year. Tua is healthy. Right? It's week 1. So the offense should be pretty good. I think the Colts defense, a little suspect. So, yeah, I mean, Jonathan Taylor might run all over the Dolphins. That could happen. It's being played in Indianapolis. Oh,
I like upsets on week 1.
Oh,
I like upsets week 1.
It's fair.
Nobody's picking the Colts except the 22% of people who are Colts fans out there.
I think less people pick the Browns to beat the Bengals, right?
Yeah. I don't believe in the Colts as a team moving forward with Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson. But week 1 against the Dolphins, they just kind of feel dysfunctional. And maybe that's blown out of proportion, but we'll see. This is the week to do it, Indy.
Week 1, you get some crazy, crazy results. Golden, this year, I think he's going to be good. Week 1, I don't know how they're going to utilize him, but if he has a big week 1, I imagine he's going to be a consistent target, especially with Watson out. So we'll see. I mean, they're going up against DJ Reed, and there's some pretty good players in that secondary alliance. So
pretty good.
Oh, dude, this game was so different. I originally picked the Patriots, but then I went with the Raiders.
Yeah.
This was tough.
This is going to be a good game, I think.
Yeah.
I'm boring. It's going to be a boring game probably, but like I feel like they're going to play good football.
Yeah, it might be a boring game. I'm curious how I'm very curious about both run games, right? We're about to see Genty. That's a really good comment.
Dale, that's
Dale going Jalen Carter spit is the closest Dak will ever get to Champions DNA. It's pretty
Dale,
funny.
I'm stealing that. I got to steal that shit.
That's pretty good. Nugget, there are no supers tonight on the stream. I literally got told that yesterday. There are none. It's a legal thing.
If you want to send cash in an envelope to my P.O. box, I swear to God, I will deliver it to Tom Grossi in lieu of the super chats. I think the reason, the reason I went with the Raiders.
Yeah. I went with because of Geno.
Yeah, Geno's solid. I think they're gonna lean on the run game. I like what the Patriots are gonna do with their run game this season. I think I'm really excited about Travion Henderson. I don't know how they're gonna actually use him yet. Yep. Both teams have new head coaches, right? Pete Carroll versus Mike Vrabel, 2 solid coaches. I think I might like the Patriots defense better through the course of this season.
I agree.
But I feel like we haven't really talked a lot about Ashton Genty this preseason. I think he's going to have a big game. The Raiders are going to commit to the run. That's one thing I'm confident with Pete Carroll being there.
Yeah.
And it's mostly like Geno's experience, I think, is going
to on the 1 yard line.
Yeah. Geno's experience is going to be the difference here. But if the Patriots win, if the Patriots even win this game like decisively, I won't be surprised.
No, because I think it's just there are so many question marks about both these teams, and we've talked about both these teams as being potential, like they could be wild card teams, right? If everything goes right, Drake May looks good, he's got receivers, he's got protection, maybe. Raiders, they got a veteran quarterback now, they got an actual run game in Ashton Genty. Like I originally picked the Patriots, and then I was talking about this game, and mid-episode, I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick the Raiders. I think that they could get, because Geno, he's a veteran, has a little bit more experience than Drake May. I was like, maybe, they can make something happen. But I think it's going to be a pretty close game. So AJ Brown, apparently, dealing with some nagging injuries. So that's maybe why I didn't see him a whole lot.
It's hard for AJ Brown to be effective when he has 0 targets until the last couple minutes of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe if he's injured, maybe he's not as explosive. Maybe he's not getting open, but like, I can't blame AJ Brown when he didn't have any opportunities to catch the football. And a lot of that, maybe it was coverage. Maybe that's why Jalen was extending plays and running, but like,
Dak spit on the ground, and then Jalen Carter then spit on Dak. So that's
if Jalen Hurts spit on Dak Prescott,
you imagine
that would have been crazy.
I'm probably not gonna do that. Hey, I got a hot take. Cardinals will beat the Saints.
There you go. Hey, look, I picked him too, Tom. There you go. I'm all aboard your 8% going with New Orleans. Woo!
Bless them.
Sorry, Saints. Nobody believes in you yet. You're starting Spencer Rattler.
Yep.
But maybe Rattler from Arizona, his native land, spoils the Cardinals' fun. I'm just curious to see if any of like the hype around the Cardinals is actually real this year. So
I think a lot of the hype is me.
No, but it's the
defense should be better.
Yeah. I've seen people say don't sleep on the Cardinals. They improved their defense.
They did.
Prove it to me.
Yo, Max Melton about to go off. Max Melton and Bo Melton about to be the dynamic duo, the brothers.
The Melton pot.
That's it. Hey, shout out Go Bandit. Let's go.
Go Bandit.
This game was tough too, because I could see the Jets stealing this game. Nah. They know how to play on MetLife's terrible field. Right. So and Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if he does. I don't know after a season in one game that if he knows how to play at MetLife. So there might be an advantage there.
Oof. If Rodgers suffers a season-ending injury here again,
don't. First of all, how badly do you think he's going to get booed? Oh my! I think he's going to get booed out of the stadium when he comes out.
Jets fans don't give a fuck. They're going to boo him into oblivion.
They're going to be booed.
I think the Steelers are a better team, though. Even if
I do too.
If Russell Wilson was their starting quarterback still, I'm probably going with the Steelers over the Jets.
Yeah.
If the Jets let Justin Fields run a lot, they might have a chance, but I don't like the Jets offense against the Steelers defense, especially early in the season.
They were ranked 6th last year in the run defense, the Steelers. So because I was thinking like maybe Breece Hall gets things going on, but first of all, we got to see if Breece Hall is still that guy. 1, 2, with Justin Fields like escaping the pocket, maybe, but they're good at defending the run. If anything, like you're going to be able to pass on the Steelers. I know that's why they got Jalen Ramsey, but I don't know how much that's going to make an impact. But I like Aaron Glenn. I think he's the guy, and I think the Jets are one of those pain in the ass teams that no one really wants to play.
It might be.
They could sneak out some wins, but I do think the Steelers are a better football team.
Yeah, they got a better roster.
Oh, Perna to wax his stash on stream. How much?
It's got to be longer. I got to grow it. There's nothing to wax.
Sorry. I don't know, Bob Ross. I'm going to try to clarify that before this evening. I don't know. I don't know.
Can you have a beer?
I have no idea. So there's been so many things that are going on. So there's a lot. There's a lot.
Send me your beers. I will drink them as well for Tom.
Beers and cash to Perna.
Damn, dude, my P.O. box full of cash and beer.
Cash and beer.
Doing something right.
You picked the command against your Giants. You've been on the Giants train all off season that they're your sleeper team and you're picking the Commanders to win. What a fake fan.
No, Commanders still got Jaden Daniels. I'm not going to say Jackson Dart's better than Jaden Daniels, and Jackson Dart's not even going to play. And until Jackson Dart plays, the Giants will be hamstrung by one Russell Wilson. And Russ might have a nice game here. He's going to have two passes in this game that has Giants fans convinced he is a good quarterback. I know that for certain. But Washington did it. They did it all. They got Terry coming back. So I love it.
I picked the Commanders. I want to see how good that Giants defense is, though, because that Giants defensive line could wreak havoc.
More people are picking the Saints than they're picking the Giants.
See, I don't think the Giants are going to win, but I think it's more possible than the Saints.
Yeah, they're a better team, I think. They got a solid defense, right?
So we'll see what they're another one. Tyrone Tracy.
I like Tyrone Tracy.
We'll see what that run game looks like. But yeah, I got the Commanders winning. They're playing at home. I think they'll get it.
A lot of people believe Tyrone Tracy can be as good as Saquon Barkley.
I don't think anyone thinks that.
If Saquon Barkley never left the Giants.
Got it. Got it. All right. Yep.
This one was tough too, honestly.
This one was also tough.
No offense, Carolina. I think you got a good chance. But Carolina's got some injuries right now, right? I hope so, JJ. Please let RJ Harvey be the next legend.
Because Panthers fans heading into the season, it's like, oh man, we're actually talking about our passing game. Like we have optimism. There's some room for hope with the Carolina Panthers. I'm picking the Jaguars, and it's literally just because like Trevor Lawrence being healthy, being that guy, I think that he can I think that they can win this football game. The Jaguars defense, I don't have a lot of faith in, but they got some playmakers, man. Like even if it's just Brian Thomas, we'll see what Travis Hunter does. But yeah, I got the Jaguars. If it's a close game, and I can see the Panthers winning, but if it's a close game, I think you're still feeling pretty confident in the Panthers. But the Jaguars, did the Jaguars lose this game? It's only week 1, but just a little concerned.
No Jalen Coker. Icky, doubtful to play. He had an appendectomy this week, so they lose an offensive lineman. Robert Hunt dealing with a foot thing. He's questionable. He'll probably play, but I feel like if Carolina was fully healthy going into this game, I'd probably take him, but
I got to read the things beforehand and ask some questions before I know. But yeah,
So I'm going with Jacksonville.
I'm going with Jaguars.
Liam, going. And of course, I'm taking Denver.
Of course.
Only 5. Tennessee might be the least picked team week 1. 5%. That's lower than the Giants. Shit, don't like that. But Denver defense. We're betting on it.
I listen, the Titans, I have no idea what they're going to be like this year. And Cam Ward, I really hope he balls out this season. I really hope he does. This is a really tough first matchup to go against. This is a tough defense to have your first NFL start. So and it's also being played in Denver, which is a very difficult place to play. So I think just all of that combined. If the Titans win, I think that will probably be one of the most shocking wins of the week.
Yeah, it'll be a huge upset.
Yeah.
I'll be incredibly upset.
Johnny Barks thinks, Cam Ward, go be that guy.
How dare you, Johnny? Packers going to lose now.
Well, who'd you pick? Let's see. I saw it.
Yeah.
All right. This was a tough game too between the 49ers and the Seahawks. They went back and forth last season as well. 49ers are a lot more banged up. If CMC doesn't play,
that gets a little tricky.
it gets a little tricky. It's being played in Seattle. We'll see Sam Darnold, how he is with the Seahawks. I think he's going to be fine. They should be relatively healthy in the run game. I did pick the 49ers, though.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think the consistency, at quarterback plays a little bit of a role here. Like Brock Purdy knows what he has, right?
Yeah.
And Sam Darnold's first start with the Seahawks. The thing that I think could make the difference is the Seahawks defense. Obviously, that improved last season. So I would not be surprised if Seattle winds up winning. And if CMC definitely doesn't start, then that's also another cause for concern. But yeah, I went with the 49ers.
Yeah, Seattle's got to run the ball well. We need Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker to have games. Big ones.
I really like Kenneth Walker too.
I know. When he's on, he is.
Dude, he's so much fun.
I was convinced he was going to have an insane season last year. And then got a little banged up. Slowed down. I was like, this dude, when he's on, he is so good. But
look at that, 73% to 27%.
Ooh.
People don't believe in the Green Bay mother-loving Packers. And I get it. I mean, literally, the Lions swept the Packers. They keep on beating them at Lambeau. Hutch coming back. We don't know how much Parsons is actually going to play in Sunday's game. You got
who gets more snaps, Hutchinson or Parsons?
What'd you say?
Who has more snaps, Hutchinson or Parsons?
I would assume Hutch.
Is he
Are they limiting Lions fans? Are they limiting Hutch for Sunday?
I don't know. Tell us, Lions guys.
I went with the Packers, of course, forever and ever. But the Packers, I think, can win this game. If Josh Jacobs has a good game, I think, if Hutch is a full go. So, yeah, I think it's going to be Hutch. Parsons is either going to be on a snap count or he's just going to be limited in what he's going to be asked to do. But get Josh Jacobs going. Don't have any turnovers. Maybe Matthew Golden has a great game. I think it's possible for the Packers to win this football. It's going to be a tough game. Like, I would not be surprised if the Packers are unable to come away with the win. The Lions, like I said, they've had their number and they got to prove it. Parsons on paper, it's also week one, Micah Parsons, who, hasn't really been practicing a whole lot. So we'll see. I got the Packers to win, but
this was a tough one to pick. But I think just the momentum of the Micah Parsons trade maybe affected how I look at this.
It'll open things up for Rashawn Gary. Lucas Van Ness.
Yeah. I need to see Detroit's defense be fucking good. Like, they need to be able to get after the quarterback. They need to limit touchdowns. Like, their offense was so insane last year, and their defense, I know, was riddled with injuries, but for me to believe in the Lions again, I just need to see a defense that convinces me to do it. And it might be there. Who knows? James Houston for the Cowboys had a big play last night, but
he did.
Yeah. This one's tricky.
I hope it's a great game. I really, really hope it's a great game. I mean, Lambeau should be loud, man. Like, the atmosphere is going to be crazy there.
The Packers being at home, I think that's what pushed me over the edge.
And it hasn't helped them against the Lions in the last few years.
Yeah. But, Lions got some change. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, new coordinators, right? Like, there's question marks for the Lions, too. So, I think it should be a really fun game. This was low-key.
All right, hold on. If Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery just run the ball down your guys' throat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we'll never hear
they
the
have
end of it.
Combined 200 rushing yards, and Micah plays a lot. That's gonna flame the narrative.
Oh, yeah.
That's the worst case for you guys.
This could be one of the best games of the weekend. The Texans versus the Rams. And I think that this is a tough game to predict also. Like, I gave it to the Rams because both teams have good pass rushes, right? We saw that in the postseason.
Yeah.
The Rams going up against that Texans O-line, that's what I'm very curious about. Obviously, that's a little bit banged up at wide receiver, obviously. But I could see this going either way. Because I love the Texans defense. It's just the defensive line for the Rams scares me even more. And if Stafford's healthy, I think that they should be able to score some points. The Strouds will not be pleased.
Well, I'm getting a call from Romania. Oh, no.
We'll pick it up.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Houston just needs to if Houston's offensive line slows down the Rams pass rush,
I'll be streaming the game, Jacob.
you will be able to go full-blown optimism as a Texans fan. This is an incredible challenge week 1 with your weakness from last season going up against one of the most dominant pass rushes we saw finish the season. So just
OC though.
slow down the Rams front, Houston. Protect CJ Stroud. If you hold the Rams to like 2 sacks, I think that's a win.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Well, the new offensive coordinator too for the Texans, right? Because we saw CJ Stroud kind of have that sophomore slump. What's that based off of, right? Like we're gonna see.
Yeah.
So.
I picked against my heart, just like I picked against my heart with the Lions. I'm going with the Ravens, mostly because I said they're going to make it to the Super Bowl in the AFC. This hurt me. But if you beat the Ravens week 1, that's nice. That's real nice.
I went back and forth with this. I picked the Ravens to win. And it's mostly because of the Bills' defense.
Yeah,
I don't know what
secondary too.
I don't know what that secondary is going to look like. Hairston's out. I don't know what that pass rush is going to look like. And I think the Ravens...
I'll tell you what it'll look like. It'll be injured in the second quarter.
Watch Joey Bosa have a breakout year. I don't think he's going to. But...
Joey Bosa, 22 sacks just to make me look dumb.
Defensive player of the year.
I want Joey Bosa to be awesome for the Bills. I do.
He wins defensive player of the year. He gets on the NFL honors, and he's just like, screw you, Brandon Perna.
That would be the greatest moment of my life.
Of your life. That would be it. Yeah, the Ravens, I think they are favored to be one of, if not the best team in the AFC, and I think they're going to have a great regular season. I also think the Bills are going to be really good. But just because of the missing pieces right now in the defense, and on top of that, Jair Alexander did practice this week. He came back to practice for the Ravens. So if he's able to play, that's going to be a pretty big boost to their secondary. So I picked the Ravens to win.
Yeah, Jair's got to get healthy, and they're a juggernaut if he's on the field.
He's a very good corner still, like when he's on the field. Yeah.
It's also just, the Ravens are a team that I think that when they played Buffalo in the playoffs last year, they let that game kind of slip through their fingers late. So that's just a bad taste to have in your mouth. This feels like a revenge game for the Ravens.
And like, we're probably going to see this again in the postseason.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that. I think Derrick Henry, I'm rooting for Derrick Henry to continue to slap Father Time in the face. Hopefully not against the Bills. It's weird because I want my pick to be right, and I think the Ravens are going to win, but I'll be rooting for Buffalo. I love Josh Allen so much.
I know.
I love him. But maybe, I think that if the Bills win...
yesterday about that.
If the Bills win, I think James Cook's got to be the difference. James Cook needs to have more rushing yards and more rushing touchdowns than Derrick Henry in this game, and I think that's how Buffalo can do it. Hopefully Mark Andrews drops a few more passes for the Bills. And yeah.
There you go.
But I doubled down on purple.
Yep. I picked Satan to win. I think that their roster is a bit strong. So even though they have, I would argue, the bigger question mark at quarterback, right? Because we just don't know about, I think they have a good supporting cast. And oh boy, Brian Flores is going to blitz the ever living hell out of Caleb Williams. So again, I looked at this. Whoever winds up losing, I'll be a happy person either way because I'll get to laugh and this will be a stake-free game. And the Bears, I think, being played at Soldier Field, I mentioned this too, like being played outside because there's only 2 teams and it's about to only be one. There's only 2 teams in the NFC North that are playing outside. And JJ's for who knows? We'll see if the defense of the Bears, how much that's improved. We'll see how much their offensive line has improved. So I think the Bears definitely have a shot here. It's just going to be dependent on how... I don't know how much JJ is going to be asked to do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how much, like if I don't think he's going to throw him right into the fire unless he like really goes like, oh no, he can do this. So we'll kind of see as the game goes along and see what his confidence level looks like. Cause this is his first NFL start. So I think the Vikings, they can supplement it with the run too.
I think the disparity in the percentages picked here is too high, but when I look at the Vikings, I trust the Vikings defense with Brian Flores to slow down Caleb Williams. Like, I don't know. I just feel like Minnesota's got a very nice defense right now. They're a hard defense to play against, and I'm not convinced yet on Caleb, but we'll see. We'll see what the Bears' run game looks like too. That's a big mystery.
Yep,
it should be good this year because Ben Johnson. But I feel like Bears fans have thought their run game is going to be good for like the last 5 years, and they find a way to disappoint. I know it's different.
It should be a pretty solid game, though. I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
So
it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's a good game. There's a lot of really good games week 1.
I'm excited, man.
Honestly, football. Like probably if you're looking at games that aren't interesting, Broncos, Titans, that doesn't feel like a great game. Cardinals, Saints, Dolphins, Colts, maybe. And then that's about it. Solid slate. Solid. All right.
Perna, what do you got coming out today, buddy?
Should have a new worst game highlighting the chaos of last night's Lightning Fuckfest, as it's been called by the commissioner himself.
Oh, okay. If I have time, I will do every NFL fan's reaction to the offseason. I know I missed out because, we already had 2 teams play, but trying to get that done today. And then tonight, for the first time ever, I will be streaming alongside the game for the Chargers and Chiefs in Sao Paulo. We'll be going live. I think the stream is going to go live before I'm actually on camera for a little bit, but I think we'll be live around like 15 to 30 minutes before the game actually starts. Once it's going, that's it. So once the game's over, it goes private and the stream disappears forever. So this is just a live event. This is their YouTube and the NFL are letting me do this. It's going to be pretty freaking fracking crazy.
It's very cool.
But yeah, let's make some history. It's going to be nuts, man.
Blow it up. We will blow it up.
There we go. It's going to be nuts. Tonight's going to be crazy, dude.
We're excited. We are all excited for you.
I'm pumped. I mean, or you go watch I Show Speed. I think he's going to have a few more people in his stream.
I'm going to go and I'm going to report his stream over and over again. I'm going to get it blocked.
Pastor! Just taking one for the team. It was like you harassing the Broncos during 30 and 30. After every video, they're like, look what this team did.
Yeah.
Look what they did. So,
look, guys.
Good night, folks. I don't know if we'll ever be allowed to do this again. I have no idea what's going, but tonight, we're going to do it.
Seize the moment.
And if you don't want to watch me, that's totally fine. It's also free on YouTube. You can just go watch the NFL YouTube
Carpe diem.
But folks, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later tonight, and we'll be back on Monday. Also, Perna's streaming the Broncos game on Sunday. I'll be streaming the Packers game and also the Sunday night game as well on Monday night.
Are the Packers a 2:00 game?
They're 4:25 Eastern, 3:25 Central.
3 time. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so. But folks, I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS, and you have been navigated.
You've reached your destination.
Let's
the
go.
bus season is among us.
We're back.
Please buckle up.